Sephardic-Turkish Style Stewed Eggplant, also known as Berenjena Guisada, a delicious eggplant dish that's savory and tangy all at once, and I know you're gonna love it.
Whoa, Sally, woo. That girl in the kitchen. Whoa, Sally, woo. That girl in the kitchen. Whoa, Sally, woo. That girl in the kitchen. Whoa, Sally.
Hi everyone, and welcome to another episode of Sally, that girl in the kitchen. In today's episode, I'm going to teach you how to make Sephardic-Turkish style stewed eggplant. Yes, a delicious stewed eggplant. It's a combination of eggplant and onions and tomato, just a touch of sweetness, the right spices, and of course, some olive oil. And at the end, we're going to add a pop of freshness and some tang. Yes. So the inspiration, of course, for today's recipe video is the fact that I am of Sephardic-Turkish descent, and my grandparents and great-grandparents, they used to prepare this stewed eggplant, and it just is so crazy good. You're going to want to add it to your rotation. And of course, I always elevate the dish just a touch with a little bit of a Sally, that girl in the kitchen tweak, but it is really true to the original recipe. The flavors are still all there. It's absolutely divine, and I am super excited to teach you how to make it. So let's not wait another second, and let's get started. For today's recipe, you will need 1 medium-sized eggplant, a 1/4 cup of extra virgin olive oil, 1 medium-sized yellow onion, a tablespoon of tomato paste, a 1/2 teaspoon of paprika, 1 14.5-ounce can of diced tomatoes, or you can use 1 pound of fresh peeled and chopped tomatoes instead, 1 teaspoon of salt plus 3/4 of a teaspoon separate, a 1/4 teaspoon of ground black pepper, 1 teaspoon of sugar, a 1/2 cup of water, a 1/2 bunch of parsley leaves chopped, which is about 1 cup, and the juice of 1 lemon. You will also need a cutting board and a large knife, along with a long, thin knife, a wooden or silicone spatula, whatever you prefer, a can opener, a couple of wet measuring cups, a medium-sized bowl, some measuring spoons, some paper towel, and if you have it, a tool to squeeze a lemon. You'll also need a medium-sized pot with a lid. So now that we have all of our ingredients and tools together, let's get started. So the first thing you're going to want to do is wash your eggplant. And then once you've washed it, you're going to cube it. So what I like to do is I take off both ends, so the one with the stem, and then I also take a little piece off the other end. It just makes it easier because I can stand it flat as I peel my eggplant. For this stewed eggplant, this berenjena guisada, we're not going to be using the peel. So then I just come in with a knife and just real thin, I cut off just the peel of the eggplant because I don't want to waste any flesh. Then you do the whole thing, and then you can just discard the peel. We're not going to be using that today. Then what I do is I cut some slices into the eggplant, and then I cut each of those in strips, turn it on its side, and then cut again to form cubes. And of course, you guessed it, I'm just going to do that process over and over again until I cube the entire eggplant. Here I did a couple of slices at a time. It just makes the job quicker and easier. And then what we want to do is we're going to add all of these cubes into a bowl. And why do we do that? Because we are going to salt this eggplant a bit to remove any bitter juices. Although nowadays they're not as bitter as they used to be, I always still do this for good measure. So I'm going to add about a teaspoon of salt. I'm just going to sprinkle that on, make sure it gets all over those cubes, and then I'm just going to allow this to sit there. I'm going to let it sit for about 20 minutes while I prepare the rest of the ingredients. Then I'm going to peel and chop a medium yellow onion, and then I'm going to take a 1/2 bunch of parsley. I'm using flat leaf parsley, the Italian parsley, but you can use curly if you prefer it. Just remove the stems, chop it up, and set it aside. Then we're going to cut a lemon in half and we're going to squeeze both halves. We want to use the juice of the entire lemon. This is really going to elevate our dish. Then we're just going to set all of that aside. Now, we're going to come back to those cubes and you'll notice they've sweat a bit. You can feel the moisture on them. So what you're going to do is grab some paper towel and you're going to pat these dry really well, getting all the way under the eggplant cubes. The idea is to remove as much of that liquid as possible. So I come in 2 or 3 times, sometimes even 4 times, until I feel that my paper towel is coming out pretty dry. I want to get off as much of that juice as I can. Then into a medium-sized pot, add a 1/4 cup of extra virgin olive oil and the chopped onions. Then you're going to turn your heat on to low. So what you want to do now is sweat the onions for about 4 minutes. You want to stir them really well because you want that oil nicely distributed around those onions. And then you're just going to sweat them until fragrant, which should take about 4 minutes. Of course, this is a gas stove. Every stove is a little bit different. Then once you've let that sweat, you're going to add a tablespoon of tomato paste and 1/2 teaspoon of paprika. This is my little twist. I like to add this and I allow the flavors to marry. I allow the paprika to bloom in that warm oil, and this really just elevates the flavor of this dish, in my opinion. I'm hoping you will love it as much as I do. So then you're just going to stir this for about a minute or 2. All we want to do is really just get that onion infused with that tomato and just bloom that paprika. Then once we've done that, then we're going to bring over the eggplant cubes and we're going to add those right in. There we go. Then once all of that is in, you're just going to give it all a little bit of a stir just to incorporate those onions into the eggplant. And then we're going to bring over our tomatoes. So I'm going to be using a can of diced tomato. Works beautifully. You can chop up and peel your own if you'd like, but this works perfectly. And then on top of that, we're going to add 3/4 teaspoon of salt, a 1/4 teaspoon of ground black pepper, 1 teaspoon of sugar. It's just going to balance out the acidity. And then 1/2 cup of water. Then of course we're going to stir this all together because what we want to do is to eventually bring this to a slow simmer to allow all those delicious flavors to come together. It's really going to be delicious. My mouth is salivating just thinking about it. So now, as I said, we're going to let this come to a simmer. I just like to come in, give it a little stir for good measure, and then once it gets to a simmer, then we're going to cook this so that all of those flavors just kind of melt into each other. I'm going to cover but vent, and I'm going to set a 25-minute timer to allow this to cook. Of course, I'm going to come in every so often and give it a little stir because the idea here is that we want the liquid to reduce, but of course we don't want our eggplant sticking to the bottom of our pot. So every so often come in, give it a little stir, cover it again, leave it vented, and then you're going to see how quickly this just really comes together. You see how the liquid is evaporating, it's becoming thicker, and it wants to stick. So that's why it's important to come in every so often, just stir it, make sure that liquid is evaporating, but that it's not sticking to the bottom of the pot. Now it's been 25 minutes, so I'm going to add in the chopped parsley and the lemon juice. And now I'm going to stir this in, and all that's really left to do is to cook it just for a few more minutes to allow the parsley to soften and allow that lemon to infuse this absolutely delicious Berenjena Guisada stewed eggplant. Because I'm telling you, I wish you could smell it. The flavors are insane. There's just something special about the combination of spices, the tomato, the onions, the lemon, the parsley, and of course, the star of the show, the eggplant. So that's it. You're just going to want to let this cook for 2 or 3 minutes longer. You want that sauce to reduce. If it hasn't already, just give it a little bit of a chance to reduce, stirring every so often, and then it'll be ready to serve. I cannot wait to try it. So now it's been about 3 minutes. You see how it's thickened up. This is exactly what we are looking for. I didn't put the cover back on after I added that parsley or lemon. I just left it uncovered for about 3 minutes and finished it off. So now we're gonna turn off the stove. We're gonna remove it from the heat. And she is ready. Look at how gorgeous she looks. I don't know why, but all my food is always she. And I am speechless. It is so delicious. The smells in here are insane. You're going to have to try this because there aren't enough words to describe just how tasty it is. It's tangy and it's just absolutely divine. So enough admiring. I'm going to grab it and I'm going to serve it onto a serving platter while it's still nice and warm. And yes, it's quite cool in my kitchen. So there's a ton of steam coming out of this pan because the combination of the hot food in my cold kitchen is creating a ton of steam, but still it's great. It gives it some dramatic flair and it's looking amazing. So now I just kind of spread that out a little bit and there's really nothing else to do. It's perfection. Look at that Berenjena Guisada, Sephardic-Turkish Style Stewed Eggplant. I know my grandparents would be proud. I kept this almost exactly the way they used to make it, except of course I added that touch of tomato paste to elevate that tomato flavor and that touch of paprika that I put into that olive oil and allowed that paprika to bloom in the warm oil to just really bring the flavors over the top. Oh my, I am salivating describing it. I cannot wait to take a bite, and I'm telling you, I know you're gonna love this one. Okay, so I think I've admired it enough, and it is time to do my favorite part, which is, of course, the tasting. I'm gonna come in and serve myself some. It's still nice and warm, and it's so good that it's great warm, it's great room temperature, it's even great cold. No matter how you serve it, it's so good. But yes, warm is my favorite way to eat it. It is just crazy good. All right, I'm going in. Oh wow. Oh wow, it is perfect. It's just like I remember it, but maybe even a touch better, if I dare say so myself. I really think, oh yeah, I really think I've made my grandparents proud. I only wish that they could see this. I'm actually going to be able to share this with my mom, so she'll be the real judge. Oh, yeah. I have no doubt she's going to love it, and so will you. It's so good. So how crazy good does this Sephardic Turkish style stewed eggplant, Berenjena Guisada, look? Yes, it is so flavorful, so absolutely delicious. When served warm, all those flavors come together, but it's actually even good cold. That's how delicious it is. You can serve it as a side dish or just as a salad to begin a meal together with a bunch of other little salads. It would be a delicious appetizer for any table. You can serve it with crackers, with some warm pita, or I'm telling you, as a side dish, it's that good. Everyone is going to love it and is going to ask you for the recipe. So be sure to send them over to Sally That Girl in the Kitchen on YouTube. And of course, speaking of Sally That Girl in the Kitchen on YouTube, if you're not already subscribed here to my channel, please go over, subscribe, touch that little notification bell so that you get notified every time I put out a new, exciting, different, yummy recipe video. And of course, if you're not also following me on social media, be sure to follow me as Sally That Girl in the Kitchen on Facebook, Instagram, and on Pinterest. And you can find me as Sally That Girl FL on X, Snapchat, and on TikTok. And of course, I've got my Amazon shop and my TikTok shop. But don't worry, because all of that is pinned to the banner of my YouTube channel and is at the top of my Facebook, TikTok, Instagram pages. You can find a link tree there with all of the places that you can find Sally That Girl in the Kitchen. That way, if you're inspired, you see anything in this video, you want to check out my stores, or you just want to follow me on social media, send me a message or a picture of something you've made of mine. I would absolutely love that. So please share your photos with me, write a sweet comment on this video so that I know you've loved it. It really helps my channel grow. And just share the video with friends. If you thought it was interesting, share away. So once again, I just want to take a moment to thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.
Whoa, Sally, woo, that girl in the kitchen. Whoa, Sally, woo, that girl in the kitchen. Whoa, Sally, woo, that girl in the kitchen. Whoa.